Put it on the card right now!
Oh, man.
Jack, no!
Oh! Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. All right, everyone, before we start this reaction, you know, dude, hit that subscribe button. I'll wait. Now hit that like button. I'll wait again. Now you can become a member. Go ahead and join, and I would greatly appreciate it. I'm also wait. All right, now that y'all have done all that, let's get right into this reaction. American History X. I know this stars Edward Norton from The Incredible Hulk. I enjoyed The Incredible Hulk. Oh, he seemed like a Bruce Banner kind of character to me. Like he seemed like he could play a very good Bruce Banner. I know this is dealing with what people think is racism. See, I think racism, white supremacy is a global system. So I don't know exactly how this movie deals with racism, white supremacy, but let's just check it out. When I say racism, white supremacy, I mean a global system of thought, speech, and action practiced by those people who classify themselves as white for the purpose of mistreating and dominating those people they have classified as non-white in all 9 areas of people activities, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. I get a lot of my ideology from a gentleman named Mr. Neely Fuller. Y'all should check him out. He's an author. This is all in black and white. But I've seen excerpts, maybe, you know, just like pictures. But maybe this is all in black and white. Isn't that interesting?
Not right now, honey. How many? Danny, how many?
1, I think.
Is he strapped?
Huh?
Does he have a fucking gun, Danny?
Yeah. You get shot. You break into somebody's house. It's not constructive at all. This is what happens. It's really intriguing how this is all black and white. Brother, he's gonna shoot you. He's gonna shoot you. That man is unloading, my brother. He is unloading. Now my question is, why are these guys robbing him? Why would they need to rob this man? All right? Why would they need to do that? For what purpose? Man, Edward Norton swole. Oh, that's a hard shot.
I went out with his mother a few times. That was 3 years ago. It was nothing.
Nothing, really.
That paper.
Is that Hulk
Bob,
from Spencer for Hire? My Mein Kampf. I've read Mein Kampf.
This racist propaganda, this Mein Kampf psychobabble, he learned this nonsense, Murray, and he can unlearn it too. I will not give up on this child yet.
Okay. Okay.
I should expel you.
Go ahead. What, you don't think I could handle it?
No, I think the street would kill you. Your rhetoric and your propaganda aren't going to save you out there.
I think in this situation, Hulk should ask more questions, all right? Like, why are you like this? And how did you become this way? Let's talk. I would like to gain knowledge, not just tell him what he should be doing, because Hulk has no power. I keep calling him Hulk. Hulk has no power in this situation.
Interpret all the events surrounding Derek's incarceration. How these events helped shape your present perspective concerning life in contemporary America.
He looking at Sweeney like, what you talking about, brother? Where do you think you live?
Want some too, bitch?
Uh-oh. Now what?
What's wrong with you? You wanna die? Punk-ass white boy.
Right in this way. You know, here's the thing. It's just, this is confusion, right? I know this is a movie, but this is actually reality. When I was growing up, this is how a lot of young black males acted, right? Tough, like we knew everything. We were invincible. That's at least what we thought, man. Now, as I look back today, this is a lot of ignorance, man. This is nothing constructive about this. These 3 young men right here gonna wind up dead probably another year because we think we rule something. We have no power.
What does this have to do with the murder of your father?
Because my father was murdered doing his job. Putting out a fire in a fucking nigger neighborhood he shouldn't have even given a shit about.
Derek Vineyard was quietly released from Chino early this morning.
My question is, for any person that's classified as white that's in that room or maybe watching this movie, why they should be like, no, we got to stop this right now. We know there's multiple people out there that probably think this way. So we got to stomp this out. So the question is, why haven't they or we?
Over the years, though, it's just gone to hell. The gangs are like a plague.
I guess we should wonder how do gangs become gangs? Where did they come from? Why are there such things as black gangs? Like, see, I believe these brothers, these young black males, they didn't have anywhere else to go, right? They didn't have anybody else to go, and gangs became their brotherhood, their protection. They needed money, they go there. They couldn't get it from their home.
That's why Derek started the DOC. He said white kids shouldn't have to walk around scared in their own neighborhood. And for a while there.
Racist white supremacy is the biggest gangster organization there is. See, this is how I know a lot of people don't understand racism and white supremacy.
You ain't get shit, motherfucker. You ain't get shit. Over here.
Is that the guy he shot?
This one's for you, boy. What the fuck you...
Stop that!
You ever notice when you watch people playing basketball in movies, you can kind of tell that nobody's really skilled in playing basketball. They just get certain cuts where they look okay. I do like this dramatic take they're taking on this, man. It's kind of like a play. It comes off as a play, talking about white supremacy open and blatantly like this would make you feel funny, but I'm open about the truth. And this movie, it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable for some reason. I feel Norton dunking. Norton is dunking. The camera work in this movie is really impressive, man. I admire it.
Great.
What's the matter? You too big to give me a hug, tough guy?
No, man.
You're keeping it pretty close. You took it all the way down, huh?
Hey. Stop it.
Now, what don't you like about them? And say it with some fucking conviction.
I hate the fact that it's cool to be black these days.
Good.
I hate this hip-hop fucking influence on white fucking suburbia.
Good.
And I hate Tabitha Soren and all her Zion.
I don't think it's ever been cool to be classified as a group of people to be mistreated.
Did you turn in a paper on Mein Kampf?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, man,
awesome.
you should've-
He probably
man,
shit his
He
pants.
did, man. He was so
Is that
fucking
your idea, or
pissed.
did Cameron put you up to that?
Is he an informant or something? He working with the police?
Fuck that nigger!
Seth, go away. Go
What, are you
away.
kidding?
Nope. Go wait in Danny's room.
He's making me
I know
right.
all
He's
about it. He
making-
told me all about it. I don't care. And you're gonna do it. You do anything he tells you to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
I know that's how a lot of us think that's how you should talk to people or your younger brothers. You think you're protecting or you think you're raising. But I think you should, look, you have to treat everybody as equal. That's it, man. You only giving your life. So treat everybody as an equal and ask questions. Like, why did you turn in a paper on Mein Kampf? Why is Mein Kampf so prevalent in this world? It's time to ask questions instead of belittling or degrading or being combative with someone. Let's ask questions. This is all this is just my perspective, man. Don't ever listen to anything I say. But I have a conversation about anything, with anyone about anything. Mainly the truth, because that's what I'm gonna speak on. At least I'm gonna try. This movie is cool, I wanna know what made him seems like he changed his perspective, his outlook, and I wonder what it was. Maybe he almost died or something. Or maybe he was away from that environment and he was in a prison cell. And so he had to start thinking differently. I mean, that can happen.
We need to open our eyes. There's over 2 million illegal immigrants bedding down in this state tonight. Our border policy is a joke. So is anybody surprised that south of the border they're laughing at us? Laughing at our laws?
Again, I asked the question, what's the difference between a rule and a law? And who makes them?
There's nothing funny going on here. This is about about your life.
I know I've never made a law.
This isn't our fucking neighborhood. It's a battlefield. We're on a battlefield tonight. Make a decision.
Are they just gonna really? Y'all can have this store. I'm out. I'm not about to argue with any of y'all. I'm out of here.
Don't you know it's against the law to hire fucking border jumpers, you neck bastard?
Now this right here kind of makes my mind go to like all the massacres that happened, like Tulsa Massacre, St. Louis Massacre, the Memphis Massacre. When they felt like non-white people were trying to build something. You know, my man. Yep.
Get some of that in there.
Throw it on, throw
Look
it
at
on.
this.
You get a white woman's job, bitch. A little bit in this one, huh?
Yeah. Right.
You move up in the world, huh?
Come on, let's go.
Who directed this movie? I gotta look that up after this. So his name is Daniel. His brother's name is Derek. They just went and committed chaos, mayhem.
Like community or civic responsibility.
Wait a minute. White people commit crimes against white people, too.
Again, what is a white person, and where did that classification come from?
Statistics, for Christ's sakes. It's 1 in every 3 black males is in some phase of the correctional system. Is that
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, if you want to talk about criminal statistics, you might want to take a look at the social inequalities that produce them.
Yap. You know what? That's exactly
Depends on what you mean by social inequalities. I still think it's racism, white supremacy.
In fact, we as society grant cops a certain amount of authority to make those calls because we acknowledge that their job is difficult and dangerous. You know?
See, this is I don't think how conversation should go, because all we're doing is talking at each other, right?
What is your point, Derek?
All right, think about this. If Danny had been walking across the street that night and Rodney King had plowed into him...
Can we just drop this Rodney King thing?
I think y'all should have these conversations. I think people who classify themselves as white should have conversations about race, serious, honest conversations. And then they should be honest with black people about the conversations they have about black people. So black people know exactly how white people thought about them. Or us.
Don't interrupt her.
Who the hell do you think you are?
She's right in the middle of making a point.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Hey, Davina,
what is...
Derek,
sit down, shut your mouth, and
fuck
give your
you!
girlfriend some respect.
Derek,
Derek,
what
get
are
out
you
of my
trying
way!
to prove?
Murray, stay out of it. Come here. Hey,
Obviously, this is not how you have a conversation.
you need to learn some fucking manners, Davina. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up.
Go!
Are you gonna apologize?
That was destructive completely. Look at her. Happy about it.
You don't think I see what you're trying to do here? You think I'm gonna sit here and smile while some fucking kike tries to fuck my mother? It's never gonna happen.
Edward Norton is playing a good role. He's a very good actor.
Coming in here and poisoning my family's dinner with your Jewish, nigger-loving, hippie
terms.
bullshit. Asshole, fucking Kabbalah-reading motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my house.
I'd be all lost, man. I wouldn't even know what. I'm like, huh?
That means not welcome.
Wait, hold on, man. You got to define a lot of stuff you just said, because I am confused. You got to treat me like a third grader when you're speaking to me. I'm gonna ask 1,000 questions, regardless of how hostile you might be. I have questions trying to figure out why you're so hostile.
I'm so sorry, Doris. I really am.
I like how they're showing the emotion. They get these close-up shots. They show the deep emotion and how they just feel so bad.
He's just a boy. Without a father.
He's just a boy without a father.
Doris, you don't know the world your children are living in.
Wow, that was a deep one. You don't know the world your children are living in. Well, maybe she does, but chooses to ignore it. I don't know. Now, see, I know this is just a fictional movie, but this is real life, right? This happens still today. There are people that still have this ideology. But what happens is they'll put people that act like Edward Norton's character, Derek, out in front to make you say, hey, this is the guy you gotta worry about.
Put it on the curb right now!
Oh, man.
Jack, no!
Oh!
Say goodnight.
Oh! Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Get down on your knees!
right now!
Now, we just have to think about this, right? They used to do that to black people all the time during slavery. Dissect them, castrate them, lynch them. Now we see that, we're like, oh no, but this is how it was for a lot of people. I want us to feel that, right? Still is. Look at him, man.
He's one of those proud to be nigger people. I hate those guys.
Oh, wait a minute, Danny. He's not proud. He's a manipulative, self-righteous Uncle Tom.
Like, what do you mean? See, you gotta ask questions. What do you mean?
Go wait outside.
Come on, dear. I'm not doing anything.
Come on, man.
This conversation is gonna be good. Let's listen.
Nervous. He thinks the joint messed with your mind.
It did.
That was a real moment right there. He didn't move, he didn't flinch, he looked dead in his face. It did.
I am done with it. All that bullshit out there and all your bullshit, too. I'm out.
You know, I mean, you've just done some hard time.
Don't you fucking talk to me about hard time. You don't know a thing about it.
Hey,
The one thing I'm learning from this movie is how we have conversations about race with each other. It always turns out into an argument, right? So there's got to be better ways of conversating with each other.
I'm more important to him now than you'll ever be.
Violence is how we been raised to settle any dispute. Just fight. That was the only way he's gonna get out of there. Knock him out.
And why don't you share with the rest of us what you just said to me, you piece of shit, race-spreading nigger!
Fucking nigger!
You monkey fucking traitor!
Bro, you better get out of there and hurry up. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, because they're going to kill you and me. Let's... Look, see? See? Bro, you knew you weren't going to get out of here, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Back up! Back up! Back the fuck up!
How are y'all holding this gun? But this is... You know what? I admire this, though.
Hey! Danny, easy!
I admire this.
Danny, relax. Relax.
Who do you think you are?
Dude, he is... Shut up. Hey! Hey, hold on. Hey!
Can't go back to what?
To any of it. Those guys, the gang, that life, I'm done with it.
What is now? You got to define what's that life? What do you mean? Tell me. Let's define terms now. See, I don't get. Okay, here we go.
You piece of shit! Let's go! You want to eat today? Get up! Come on, you fuckers! You want to eat today, you fucking piece of shit? Hey, you white trash!
Oh, I forgot he had that tattoo. Yeah, that was gonna be tough anyway. Oh, that brother right there mean business. Man, you didn't have to flaunt it. Hey, is that Joe Torre? I mean, what is that? That's not Joe Torre. Guy Torre. That's Guy Torre. So they're gonna become friends or something? Obviously, I'm guessing. Let me just be quiet.
I hope you can work out, all right? Because the last guy they sent me didn't wear no drawers, couldn't read the sizes in the drawers, and used to sniff the drawers, all right?
What was?
You better watch your ass. Because in the joint, you the nigga, not me.
I was a year in.
I don't know what that means. You biting up at the prisons. Dang.
How's Danny?
Danny,
Taking in your footsteps, young brother.
he holds you up so high.
Niggas. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna hate some goddamn niggers. That's all we're gonna do is hate some niggers all day. I don't even know what a nigger is, but you know what? We're gonna hate them.
Is he the one gonna try to talk some sense into Derek?
I forgive you. I love you.
Oh, I wonder what he's gonna do now. You gonna sit by himself? Okay, all right, brother. Man, he sure know how to make enemies.
The Lakers to ever be a bigger dynasty than the Celtics. The Lakers are like a flare-up, a fluke. You know what I mean? Like one good coach for 4 years. The Celtics are like a dynasty.
Oh, come on.
You know, one thing that I recognize when just them talking like this, is we all the same people. All the same people. We all have the same basic needs in life. But we have this one problem we got to get rid of, man. Look, these two dudes come from different areas of the planet, mentally and physically, but they still have things in common where they can relate to each other. It's a wonderful thing if we realize it, right?
Like I said, I came out of the store, he grabbed my arm, it fell on his foot.
6 years.
There you go, baby. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
You like that little behind the back Steph Curry on him. I'm guessing Guy Torre is gonna try to save his life. Oh man, so that's just gotta be terrible to be and get beat up or stabbed. Oh, what are y'all doing? Oh no. I can't put this on TV. Why? Yeah. That right there make you change your mind about a lot.
Well, I came to talk about Danny, but we don't have to do that right now. I brought you some books. He's headed right where you are.
And where's that?
My mother already laid this trip on.
But I used to blame everything and everyone for all the pain and suffering and vile things that happened to me, that I saw happen to my people. I didn't get no answers because I was asking the wrong questions.
Questions. I like it. What's the question? Did you ask
Has
yourself?
anything you've done made your life better?
Anything you've done made your life better? Now, we got to define the term. What do you mean, better? Like, if you live in the prison system, what do you mean better? The only way my life will get better is to get out of the prison system. That hit him, though. Look, that's deep.
I'm thinking maybe the only reason I'm getting out of here in one piece is you.
Huh?
You think I'm gonna put my neck on the line for some crazy ass peckerwood?
Yeah, y'all are friends. I mean, I can understand that. This is why we need to understand, man. We all the same people. He's about to tear that off the wall, right? It's probably a good start, though. Looking at it every day can, affect your mind. And when you put it in the closet, you throw that in the trash? All right. We got that wood paneling. We had wood paneling too in our home. I think that was the standard back in those homes at the time. Now I'd like to see how his interaction is with people, with non-white people now. Like, what are these brothers doing? What are y'all doing, brothers? What is this? Come on, man. What is this?
Nothing. It's just, it's everywhere I look now.
What is?
Affirmative blaction.
What's that?
A few new books doesn't.
Ask questions. I don't know. What do you mean?
Huh? I mean, you gotta trade in great books for black books? Does that make sense? Huh? You gotta question these things.
As a child, if that was my father saying those kind of things to me, I wouldn't want to question him at that time. I wouldn't know. I was like, well, my dad knows. He's my dad, right? So you don't question your father. You look at him as a so-called authority figure. Plus, this guy he's a so-called cop, or he looks like he's a race soldier. So, I mean, I can understand. You don't, as a child, you're afraid to question. You don't know, you don't know what would happen. But now I question everything. Like, if somebody says stuff like, I'm going to ask everything. Like, what do you mean, affirmative blaction?
I got 2 black guys on my squad now who got their job over a couple of white guys who actually scored higher in the test. Yeah,
more questions. I have more questions.
But I got 2 guys watching. Proud of you. Yeah, don't worry about it. Got it.
And look, he just went it in his brain, implanted in his mind. And give you these long moments with this deep music to make you understand that, hey, this man, he's looking at shit. Make you understand this is a moving time for him. He's in a transition period. He's trying to figure it out. Brother. Is this bad? You remember the Bad Boy shot when Will Smith and Martin Lawrence got up? Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Man, what is wrong? Why? Oh my goodness. Wow. I knew something was going to happen, but oh man, it's just going to end like that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Man, good acting. I'm going to just say that off top. Very good acting. I enjoyed Edward Norton's take on this character. His brother was great in this movie. Beverly D'Angelo had a good part. Hawk, I enjoyed seeing him. Good acting. Very good acting. Very well done. I like the dramatic shots, the very close-up shots they took. The music made you feel something. A very well done movie. Now, I still have. How do I want to? I think that in situations when dealing with racism and white supremacy, they put characters, or we see people like Edward Norton's character, or someone he portrayed like Derek, or the guy that he was listening to, they put them out front as the leaders of what white supremacy is. I think it is by design to make you think that that's what it is. But I think white supremacy is so refined that you won't be able to tell who or is or who isn't. Like, I think the race classification thing is racism. And for some reason, even when I talk to other people, when I bring that point up, it's like they overlook it, or maybe they just don't understand. Like, what is a race? Like, do we ever think about that? What is race? Why is this something classified as, why are people classified as white? Like, I've never seen a white person. Like, the color white, I've never seen a white person. So why is that a classification of people? You know, we have to end that system of racism, replace it with a system of justice. Now, like I said, I will go live. I go live on my gaming channel. You guys can come by and have conversations with me, or drop some comments in the comment section below, and we can have these conversations. I like having these conversations because I'm always gonna be cordial to you, because I'm trying to get understanding, right? I do ask a lot of questions. However, let me just get back to the movie. At the beginning, that was harsh. Now, honestly, when those guys were breaking in, I understood he was gonna shoot. He was gonna kill one of those guys. I mean, if a guy is standing out in front of your house with a gun, I mean, in the world we live in today, you most likely gonna open the door and shoot him. Now, when he went to the other guy, he got excessive, right? Well, killing anyone has got to be one of the hardest things in the world to do. But it seems throughout our history, it's like one of the easiest things to do. And Edward Norton's character portrayed that at the beginning. When you look at people as less than nothing, you have no problem with killing them. But I think that it should be the hardest thing to do, is to kill someone. But I think they portrayed his character properly. You know, like, this happens. There are people out there that still look at me and see me as 3/5 of a person. You know, and another thing, with the Hitler thing, I know people look at Hitler as the epitome of what racism is, or something. I don't know. I would like to get better understanding of it. You know, because I've read Mein Kampf, and he doesn't sound like any different than any other white person's work I've ever read. So how do I tell the difference? You know, I don't know if Hitler classifies himself as white. I'm guessing he did. But I mean, so how do we not look at George Washington or anybody that enslaved people? You know, how do we not look at them in the same category, in the same breath? right? Those are just questions I have. But this movie, another thing about this movie is, it was cool to show like, him and Guy Fieri's character really getting along and them understanding. They relating to each other, even though they look different, right? They can relate to each other. They both went into greater confinement. Like, regardless of what color you claim or classify as, you both of y'all sitting in prison. So their relationship really was. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the dialogue between those two, even though they never really touched on racism and how it affects your mind and all that. They just kind of became friends because they were in the same place and they were around each other, and they could, they didn't. And he realized that I don't have to hate this man because I've been taught that the color of his skin is dirty or being, one thing I do know that I hear a lot is how dark versus light. I've been writing a lot of things. I've been studying about why darkness and light are against each other, but I believe they're the same thing. Like in the day, you're gonna have the sun out, and then you're gonna have night. So, but darkness is looked at as a bad thing, right? Or an incorrect or destructive thing, like black market, don't you surround, you've been surrounded with darkness. The darkness inside has taken over somebody. Everything that's dark is bad. And if you have been raised to believe that, why don't you think that people who are dark are bad, right? Anyway, let me get off of my soapbox talking about this, but it's just something that intrigues me. Hawk's character, his name is Avery Brooks. Avery Brooks' character. Okay, I like Hawk. I watched Fist for Hire. I enjoyed that show. Hawk was hard in that show, but Avery Brooks' character, I was confused about what he was trying to accomplish. All right, I was confused, and that's what happened. That's what happens. You get confused. I didn't know if he was wanting to help these people or destroy, or what was Hawk really trying to do. I know he wants to help those. He wanted to help the kids in some form, but to help them to do what? Right? I don't know, because at the end he asked the guy to go back to the group that he had left. So now you're asking him to go back? I don't know. It was just a confusing time, and it's confusing to me. But anyway, good movie overall. I enjoyed this movie. Lessons after lessons in the movie. I still would like to have heard his character explain what it is that he didn't want anymore. Like, I don't want to deal with those guys or them anymore, or that. Like, what is it that you're talking about that you don't want to deal with? They didn't give specifics. I wish they would have delved more into specifics. And and again, I wish that Avery Brooks' character was a Caucasian or somebody who was classified as white. That would have been more impactful for me. Either way, though, I enjoyed this movie. It was, even though the racism is a harsh thing and we're afraid to speak on it a lot, this movie came to me. It was easier to swallow than how reality really is. Even though it was some harsh moments in it, it was easy to swallow that you can watch and enjoy, mainly because of the good acting. So I really enjoyed it. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about American History X. And again, if you want to have any comments, because I know I'm gonna get comments about the way I think, but if you have, just ask questions, and be prepared for me to ask questions back. But I'm willing to have any cordial conversation with anybody about racism at any time. Just let me know. I had a conversation with one of the viewers not too long ago, John. I appreciate him speaking with me about the Little Mermaid thing when we was talking about racism, white supremacy, and it was such a cordial and enjoyable conversation. I really appreciate him having a conversation with me. So if you guys are looking to have a conversation with him again, I'll be going live on my other channel. Y'all come through. But I'm gonna end this with a quote by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. because I use his name a lot. I've adopted a lot of his ideology. But he says, if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you do understand will only confuse you. So check him out. Check out Dr. Francis Cresswell's work as well. Hopefully they give you a better understanding of where I'm coming from. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for hanging with me. Don't forget, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to become a member. Anyway, thank you all so much again, and until next time, peace.
Bye.